Come on out. We're going to have a ball today. I'm excited for you. This is WVSW Radio, the number one internet station. I am Dr. Lewis Smith, and we have an awesome show planned. It's a part two of Happy Hour Lounge, where we just want to just focus on what exactly is going on. So we really excited about having a chance to do this. Now I can see that I'm live, but I see it said in live, but we're gonna let it work through the process. We also want to kind of focus on part two of Are You the Best Version of Yourself? Are you the best version of yourself? And I just simply want you to think about that for a minute because we have an awesome show centered around that. And I want you to just pinpoint, who are you? Do you have a sense of self-awareness of exactly who you are? So as we said, our voice is the only internet talk show radio that advocates the grassroots perspective and encompass the views and needs and inspiration of individuals and communities at the local level. We're going to again chat about, are you the best version of yourself? The website is WVSW Radio, the internet station, 23.wic.com. As well as if you want to join me as a guest, you can go to www.riverside.com. And the link is riverside.com/studio/WVSW-radio-internet. If you want to share your opinions, story, and examples live with me and the world, you can go to Facebook, Big O Live, TikTok Live, and that's at Dr. LDealberto Smith. Also, the second Facebook channel, we have Zeta Phi Sigma Green. Then, if you want to check us out on Podbean, you can. And Podbean is listed as WVSW Radio, the Smithway Enterprises, StudioRadio.com, WVSW Radio, the Internet Station 23, Super Live, WVSW Internet Radio. Then we have Tango, which is WVSW-Radio-14059. Then we have a chance you can check us out on YouTube. We have a couple channels. Before we're going to go to Twitch, you can at Dr. L. D'Alberto Smith 2017. Then you have YouTube, Dr. Lorenzo D'Alberto Smith, YouTube, channel number 2, The Smith Way Enterprises. Our on-demand episodes, you can check us out on, and it's listed on the WVSW Radio, Audio Live, Alexis, Apple Podcasts, Edge, Google+, iHeartRadio, Podbean, Part Paradise, Snitchers, Pandora, Spotify, as well as Amazon Podcast. Go to PodServeFM.com, type in WVSW Radio. You can check us out audio only. WVSW Radio, the number one internet station, have listeners and watchers in 61 countries and on 6 continents. You can register for WVSW Radio giveaway by sending your name, and you can send a means of transaction to go along with that. We want to mention Cash App and Zelle and Venmo, Bitcoin. If you just want to send that attached to your name, now you can just send your name. It's fine, but you have to have some information where I can connect with you, so I can make sure I can give out. You register for these trials. We can put your name in, then we'll post you on whatever website we think we got you off, and then you can respond to it. That's fine. We just want to give back to you. Sow a seed with WVSW Radio by sending a like. I need you, if you're on now, hit the like button. I need you to hit the like button. Don't pause. Don't take time. Just hit it and keep going, making it do what it do. So as we move forward, WVSW Radio, the number one internet station, asks you to support us by monetizing. You can go to our social media site and just monetize with us. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Big O Live, Podbean, Pod Paradise, Super Live, Tango, Twitch, YouTube. You have a studio radio.com. You have that. Each and every one of them, you can lock in with us and just show your support. We thank you so much for being supported at what we're doing now. As we move forward with our title, Are You the Best Version of Yourself? We are talking about you being the best version of yourself. or oneself being the best version. So as we look at each and every one of our thought process or topics relating to this, we like to kind of put this in the right perspective. As we move forward in life, we need to be the best version of ourselves. Now, first of all, we have to have a self-understanding. Then we have to be self-aware so we can be able to work through the process to see exactly who we are. And you should know, you should be authentic at all times. And by being authentic at all times, you present the best representation of yourself. Constantly, you hear from time to time people talking about when you meet someone, you go through these stages and these tiers of a relationship, which is associated when you first meet them. You don't have enough information to do anything to kind of communicate with them no more than you may see them again. But if you think a worthy enough, you'll give some kind of connection. A lot of people just doing Instagram. Some people are doing Facebook. They're not giving out numbers directly to them. So what we want you to make sure you do is to truly look at how you can communicate with those individuals. So as we move forward, I want you to kind of think about who you are. Are you a self-compassionate person? Or are you just a compassionate person? Or are you just stuck in that way of failing and you comfortable? Failing should be and should not be an option. See, I want you to put that into your representation. I will not accept. As I was talking about the tiers, when you get to acquaintance stage, that's when you start giving more information. But you can't give any people information if you don't understand who you are. See, you have to be ready to put your best version of yourself. You got to be authentic. You have to be genuine so you can present the best version of yourself. Too many times we have people that come and they'll throw a couple things out there, present some things, and if you bite on it, you might not never find out who those person are. So what you have to make sure you do, know who you are before you begin to relate. Because see, it's some of our relationships. It always says it's reflected. You are being reflected like looking in a mirror at someone else that you think may be the person. So you have to be careful. You have to put yourself in the position to be a venter. I mean, you got to vet those people. You got to find out who those people are. Don't just hook up with those people, but know who you are first. So we want to look at the meaning of best version of yourself. We need to first look at we're not at a final destination. Wherever you see yourself, we're not at the final destination. We have a lot more to cover. As long as God bless us to be on this earth, we have a lot more to cover. So we're not in the final destination, but we're continuing to grow every day. See, we on a journey. See, it's on a subjected journey of growth. Just keep in mind, we lie down, as in the 23rd Psalm said, in the green pastures. That means in our bed or wherever we lie down at, God restores your soul. He deals with you. Why? Whatever you dealt with that day before, what he'll do is he'll restore your soul. And when he restores your soul, I want you just to think about that. You are now a new version of yourself. So when you wake up in the morning, there's a journey that's already been printed out. You may not never see it. You just have to live it because it's within your spirit, in your heart, that God will take you from day to day, night to night, hour to hour, week to week, month to month, year to year. But you got to trust and believe in him. So your subjected journey of growth. Focus on your living, genuine, authentic self. And if you do, you can align your actions, as we were talking about relationship tiers, social, acquaintance, or you get to know someone, get acquainted because you can follow a relationship. Then you have the friendship stage. Then you have the romantic stage. You need to know who you are and what's the best version of you before you attempt to get into a relationship. You must be aligned, and the actions you have must be aligned with your values. Do you know your values? Do you know your values? Dr. Mel, thank you for joining us. Ronald Morgan and Blue Diamond, a member of Zinco Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. Dr. Mel, member of AKA, thank you, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. Blue Diamond, which is my soror and my biological younger sister, Sarah Whitney Smith. Thank you so much for joining. Juan Diaz, thank you for jumping in here. Be the best version. Align your actions with your values. Have you done that? Do you think that's important? Do you think you need to focus on aligning your actions, things you do every day, with your values, with your beliefs? This leads to improving character. Do you know the traits and of character? Do you know the traits of character? See, do you understand self-love? Self-love. Do you love yourself? See, your values will be centered around your love for yourself. Your actions will align with that because you love yourself. See, if you can love yourself, you can love someone else. Family members, friends, associates, co-workers, community and organizations. You can align yourself and your actions with your values and your belief and your character, along with your habits. See, that's one of the things that a lot of times we get caught up and we don't think about. Your habits needs to improve. Your habit could be partaking in substance that's not good for you, whether it's alcohol or whether it's tobacco, whether it's medicine, which is abuse, which is behavior also can be abusive. These kind of things are habits that you must identify through self-awareness so you can improve on it. Learn from failures. One of the most challenging things for most individuals, learning from your failures. We keep doing it and thinking we're going to go get a better results. The old saying, if you keep doing something and you keep failing at, and you keep doing it, that's insanity. So in your best version of yourself, you're not succeeding like you think you should. You need to maybe use some other kind of avenue. See, that's certainly sometimes we just can't do it by ourselves. We just can't. We have to have what God puts in our life, like counselor, a therapist, a psychological person, someone in the community that can help us. Could be through the social aid, like a matchmaker, somebody that can put us on the right track, because we cannot do it by ourselves because we keep failing, because we're not learning from our failures. We continue to do the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different results. Building self-compassion. See, self-compassion requires you to have that from within. See, when all the success of being the best version of yourself is from your internal self, not your external. Because you can put a lot of cover on here. You can mask yourself up. You can mask up your face. You can mask up your body with whatever substance that you use. But inside, if you're not aligned with think about it, aligned with your actions, with your values, your beliefs, it will show up. Your heart and your soul. The ideal is to be self-compassion, Seeing rather than comparing yourself to others. We have a thing, and a lot of you may know about doing it like the Joneses. Somebody say, what are you talking about? They say you go out and you do something, you purchase something, call somebody down in the neighborhood purchase. A long time ago, Cadillac was the thing that everybody know they had to ride. People go buy a Cadillac, you try to buy a Cadillac. They go buy a bigger house, you go buy a bigger house. Doing it like the Joneses. You comparing yourself to others. That means you are not self-aware of yourself. You don't understand the strength. You don't understand the weakness that you have. Because we have strength and weakness. It's how we react to it. We're not aligning our actions with our values and our belief. So we cannot improve our character and our trait to be the best version of ourselves. Because we're comparing ourselves to others. It's about progress. Earlier I said, being the best version of yourself isn't a final destination, but a continuous action. It's a journey, and that journey is subjected. In the process, you're going to grow because you open yourself up to understand where I am now is not my final destination. It's a continuous process. I want to be authentic and I want to be genuine. Dr. Nas, thank you so much for joining us. Flash Gold, thank you so much. Benjamin Boyd, thank you for jumping in here. There's several others slowly coming in, and I'll hit you. I might have missed some calls. So you want to be the best version of yourself because it's a progressive process. It is not perfection. You will never be perfect. You always, as long as you're in the flesh here, you'll be an imperfect human. But we always have to keep in mind when we're focusing on continuous journey of life, we might not be perfect, but we are imperfect individuals who do perfect things. That's why we have to align our actions up with our values, our beliefs. As we focus on not being perfect or perfection, see, this involves developing a growth mindset. What kind of mindset do you have? Is it a growth mindset? Kane Hernandez, thank you for joining us. Bishop Ron Davis, thank you. Broken Heart, thank you. Jazzy, thank you for jumping in. See, if you have a weak mindset, stagnated mindset, this is evidence that you cannot be the best version of yourself. Because to be the best version of ourselves, we got to realize we're in progress. We're all about imperfection. We understand that when we progress and continuous, we have a growth mindset. And by having a growth mindset, it unlocks your full potential and contribute positively to the world. At the Dr. Lowe's show that we air on the first and third, and sometime we do it each Tuesday at 1 o'clock. And we talk about building, preparing our boys to be impactful men. We're talking about building because we want to get in that stern place in between youthhood to manhood. Because we want to be here to help unlock the full potential of our boys so our boys can be impactful men and represent and be productive citizens. We need to make sure we do the same thing for ourselves. Keep a growth mindset. It'll unlock your full potential. It'll allow you to contribute positively to the world. Now you have been impactful in this world. Some key aspects of becoming your best self. The best version of self are you're authentic, genuine, and understand your values. See, live true to your core beliefs, not others' expectations. You always gonna fall short of others' expectations. That's why you have to have realistic expectations. That's why you have to be genuine, authentic, and understand your values. Self-awareness, identifying your weakness, your strength, your purpose, as well as your meaning. Identify your strength and weakness, purpose, and meaning. You seek feedback to bridge gaps between intentions and actions. I want you to think about that for a second. You need to identify your strengths. Someone asks you, because normally in an interview, they ask you, what are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? Give me 2 strengths, give me 2 weaknesses, give me 3 strengths. I've seen people stumble, fall, don't understand their strength. You have some people use a strength as a weakness. Truth of the matter, that's a strength. But you do have weakness. The weakness is you are not able to identify. Claude T. Jared, thank you for jumping in here. Buzz Money, thank you for joining in here. So we have to keep on understanding that we must be self-aware of who we are. Be able to identify your strength, weakness, means, and purpose. Seek feedback to bridge gaps between intentions and actions. Develop a growth mindset. Embracing challenges, failures, mistakes. Because when you embrace the challenges, embrace failure, embrace mistakes. Somebody say, well, you're going to fail. What you got to do? How I'm going to respond to it. See, you embracing me, I got to do something about it. See, I learn to deal with it when it happens. When I make a mistake or not make the right choice, what do I do? Make continuous improvement. Don't get stagnated. Don't get stuck. You got to embrace your challenges. Learn from your mistakes and failures. Make continuous improvement. Understanding that habits are built through practice. Understanding habits are built through practice. You can have some good habits and you can have some bad habits. You must identify and understand that those habits you have is built through practice. Action and habits. See, develop good habits. Let go of limiting beliefs and past regression. Living in the past. You have to let it go. See, a positive change requires consistent effort. Once you identify, you become self-aware about where you need to change. You need to consistently work on it over and over and over again so you can be the best version of yourself. Action and habits. Self-compassion. See, be kind to yourself. See, we have people out here want to be kind to everybody else just through a word of friend and never kind to themselves. It's hard to believe that you're not kind to yourself. That's because you're not able to accept flaws. One of the things that we talk about Love Cafe, we talk about the acronym of love, and the O, one of the words that relate to it, two words relate to the O in Love Cafe is overcoming our challenges. And the second one is overlooking our faults. See, a lot of time we want to find fault in everybody else and never look at ourselves. Self-compassion is all about being kind to yourself, accepting your flaws while working on them, celebrating the effort you put in to grow, purpose and contribution. Find your why. Find your WHY to drive action and help others. Because when you do this, this is aligned with your self-actualization. Find your why. That way you'll know your purpose. That way you can contribute in a manner that is impactful and people know you are compassionate. People know you're kind because you have identified your purpose, your meaning, and you want to make that contribution. Self-focus. See, we talking about self. Understanding if we're weak at focusing, self-focusing, man, you have a journey. It's all about your journey. It's not competing with others. Dar, thank you. BB Gaming, thank you so much. Misha, thank you for joining us. It's not all about competing with others. It's about understanding your journey. Do you understand your journey? Do you understand your journey? Self-focus. Focus on your own growth and values. Align your actions with your own growth and values. Continuous improvement. Life, something you truly have to understand. When you're talking about continuous improvement, it's a lifelong process of learning, evolving, and becoming better, not a final destination of perfection. You're getting better and better every day. Once you can identify that you need to improve, you need to improve, meaning you continuous improvement. This leads us to some key actions to being the best version of yourself. Number one is work on yourself. Kim's Trio, thank you so much for joining us. Key actions of being the best version of yourself, work on yourself. Develop character. Manage temper. Control thoughts. Learn new skills. Build physical and creative abilities. Work on yourself. Embrace the hard things. See, you have tasks in your life that are going to be tough. There's going to be tasks in your life you dislike. It's like some people eating healthy, waking up early in the morning. See, when you're able to embrace the hard things, this leads to growth. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself during setback, because you're going to have a setback to put you in a position to come back. Be kind to yourself during challenges. Find inspiration. Find inspiration. Use role models as examples. But remember, they are human too. Contribute positively. Make a positive impact on your community and society. That's how you contribute positively. We're talking about actions to being the best version of yourself. This is WBSW Radio, the #1 internet station. I'm Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith, and today we're focusing on being the best version of yourself. No one can tell you who you are better than you should be able to tell who you are yourself, who you are and whom you are. You control those two things. You're not at your final destination. You got a lot of work ahead of you. Just remember, it's a subjective journey that involves growth of your mind, your body, your soul, and your spirit. Now you want to ask yourself, how to know that I'm growing and cultivating? See, you will know that you're growing and cultivating by being the best version of yourself. You feel proud of who you are today compared to your past self. You're less affected by others' opinions when you're growing and cultivating. You are actively working on your character and your habits. You feel more confident and self-loving due to your efforts of being the best version of yourself, as well as a couple other things that allows you to cultivate being the best version of yourself, like define your vision. Picture your ideal future. Picture your ideal future. Picture your ideal future self and what matters most to you, not for others. Embrace growth. Embrace growth. Step outside of your comfort zone. Learn new things and don't fear failure. Don't fear failure. That's how you embrace growth. Practice self-compassion. See, acknowledge your limitations without harsh judgment. Focus inward. Focus inward. Stop comparing to others and concentrate on your own journey and values. Take action. Make small and consistent choices that build toward your goals. Don't take action because of others. Take action that fits what you're capable of doing. help others, find fulfillment in contributing to your community. Ultimately, it's about becoming the most fulfilled, impactful, and true version of yourself, not an idealized, unattainable standard. Most fulfilling, impactful, and true version of yourself. Now, you may say, when I'm trying to understand myself, but I'm not there. So, how you know you are not the best version of yourself? Let's go. Start out with perfection. See, we're fighting for being perfect. See, you don't have to be perfect when you're the best version of yourself. You just have to improve. You're trying to get better. Comparison. Spending your time trying to compare yourself to others or someone else. What you need to spend time looking at your past self to be the new version of yourself and the best version of yourself. See, you want to be not what you was in the past. It's what you're going to be, what you are in the present, and what you will be in the future. What does the best version of yourself look like? Do you know? Do you know the best, how you look, the best version of yourself? Do you know what's the best version of yourself? See, we all heard it before. Everyone should strive to be the best version of themselves. But what does that mean to you specifically? How would you determine that today you are the best version of yourself and you better than you was last week, last month, or last year? See, the best version of yourself is a dynamic, authentic, self-living in line with personal values, constantly growing and reaching your potential, characterized by kindness, residual self-awareness, and purpose, not perfection. It involves embracing vulnerability, learning from mistakes, taking thoughtful risks, and finding joy. Come on, finding joy. Finding joy. I'm going to say that a couple more times. Rather than just overcoming. You're finding joy in progress instead of just overcoming. While remaining true to your unique path. You need to know your path. See, the best version of yourself is a journey that involves self-care. Come on now. Goal setting, self-awareness, self-reflection, focusing on your own growth and well-being. And how you do this, prioritize yourself and make choices that align with your values and your goals. See, when you prioritize others, whether it's on your job, whether it's in your community, whether it's in your church, and don't prioritize yourself and your family, you will not be successful, because those people are pulling a percentage of your energy out of you, and you can't put it all in being the best version of yourself. You have to remember, you have to show up as your best self in all areas of life. We ask ourselves what it looked like in action. Best version of yourself in action. This is in your daily habits. For example, waking up early, exercising, reading, creating a structured routine of productivity. Creating a structured routine of productivity and well-being. Talks about mindset, cultivating gratitude, staying positive, practicing self-compassion, and focusing on strength. That's the mindset to be the best version of yourself. Relationships, building strong connection, being present and showing respect. Goal setting, setting clear, realistic goals and consistently working toward them while celebrating small wins. A lot of us have gotten to the point that we always want something big, the big win. But if you focus on the small wins and take them and consistently win at the small things, you'll get to the big win. You'll be prepared for the big win. Set your goals. Work on building a strong connection in your relationship. Cultivating gratitude. Being positive. Practicing self-compassion. And focusing on your strength. You must be able to identify your strength as well as your weakness to be the best version of yourself. We're going to summarize this up. Your best self isn't at static endpoint or a perfect ideal. Lori Thompson, thank you for joining us. Lawman, thank you for jumping in here. Just remember, your best self is not stuck. It's not stagnated. Or the perfect ideal that you have of being the best version of yourself. It continues to move in a direction of positive because it's a dynamic process of striving for highest potential or your highest potential, characterized by personal growth, fulfillment, and a positive impact on this world. All while you being unique. You are a unique person. You are unique. And you must focus on continually being unique. You don't owe anyone anything but our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. He died on the cross for all of us, for our sins. So be the best version of yourself. Don't do it for others, do it for yourself. You want life to be positive? You want life to be aligned with your values and your beliefs? Make sure your actions align with your values and beliefs. This is WBSW Radio, the #1 internet station. Again, I'm so excited to be here. I am Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith. Is that Gab? Thank you, Morales. Thank you so much for joining us. What is Bad Girl? Thank you so much for joining us. And I'm calling them out as I see them. This is WVSW Radio, the number one internet station. I'm Dr. Larissa D. Smith. Today, we just been carrying on with our voice. This is a grassroots talk show, a podcast that focuses on individuals and communities. We all want to be the best version of ourselves. Just remember, your best self isn't a stagnant endpoint or a perfect ideal, but a dynamic process of striving for your highest potential, characterized by personal growth. If you just join us, hit the like button. Characterized by personal growth and fulfillment. Life is all about personal growth, reaching your highest potential, and fulfillment. This is what you want to do. Give a shout out to Sora, 7 times Sweets, 1920. It was 8 to 5 Beta Sorority Incorporated. Thank you so much for joining us. It's all about positive impact. What impact will you make in this world? Can you be identified as impactful man, impactful woman? You must be the best version of yourself. There's some positive and some negative things that will happen during that process of life. But if you want to be able to grow personally and professionally, you want to reach your highest potential. You want to fulfill your ideal of a perfect life by being an imperfect person and make a positive impact. You must understand. You must be self-aware. You must actually know the meaning of being the best version of yourself. That's what we're actually. It was awesome coming before you. We'll be back on tomorrow. Our goal is to try to get in here with our Dr. Lowe's neighborhood. We'll talk about developing and building our boys to be the best and be the most impactful men. We want to do that. The world needs impactful black men. No longer can we sit back and let someone else do it. Your community needs you. It is going to require everybody, whether it's male or female. You have to be a part of this success that you want, because our community cannot survive allowing just one group or one say so or everybody else saying how their community should go. We want to build boys, prepare boys to be impactful men. We're gonna be the bridge there, as well as we want you to be the best version of yourself. Take an opportunity to think about how you can be the best version of yourself. Hopefully something we share with you today will allow you to be the best version of yourself. And tomorrow we'll talk about sharing some things with your boys so your boys can be the best version of themselves, so they can be impactful men. Be blessed, be safe. I want to let each and every one of you all know I love you all from my heart. So I want you to take care of yourself, be safe. And as we get ready to get out of here, we want to kind of focus on some music to kind of take us out of here. And we're glad God has blessed us to be able to play music. God has blessed us to be able to share some things with you. So as we be able to step out of this situation, I want you to think about smiling. It's okay joining us. Thank you. J42 joining us. Thank you. Is that Darnetta? Campbell, thank you for joining us. Smiling. I want you to live your best life. because you're going to be the best version of yourself. We'll see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock. We're going to make it do what it do. That is Dr. Lowe's Neighborhood, building and preparing boys to be impactful men. Be blessed, be safe, and we're going to play this, The Valley. Thank you so much. We're going to play Smile. I want y'all to smile. I just want you to smile.
Okay, well, what we're going to do is we're going to get it in. We're going to do what we do. Most importantly, we got to smile, bitch. Smile, bitch. Oh!
Y'all have an awesome rest of the evening because I want you to smile. I want you to smile. That's what it's all about. We'll see you tomorrow, 1 o'clock, Dr. Lowe's Neighborhood. I love you. It ain't a thing you can do about it. Yeah. Come on now, I want you to live your best life. We're not going back and forth with you. We just want you to do what you need to do. We'll see you tomorrow. Be safe. Awesome, awesome. I just want to make sure we jump on some things that give us some music, but we'll see you tomorrow. See, when you're not happy with the way things going, just make it do what it do, because it's all about the trail rider. We'll play a little of that too. What I see, I'm in the country, yeah, can't complete what I have been. Well, I never thought that